Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Lucky and Brandon, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Lucky's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation in the form of a clicker and an occasional treat that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandon is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little adjustment that's needed, and the only adjustment that we give is a little tug and release on her training collar. You had mentioned previously not liking the prong collar, and I understand that, but when you're dealing with a reactive dog in a very close-knit community, with her, you're going to need a prong. The difference between our prong probably and yours is that we have covers on our prongs so that it's only plastic touching her skin and not metal. Now she's sitting very nicely at Brandon's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And our first exercise is going to be heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Lucky, heel. Now at this point she has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when walking. Not barking, not lunging out, not going after other dogs and people on leash. And when you stop your feet, she has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command, both with and without distraction. If Brandon turns, she should turn. When Brandon stops, she should sit. And the next command that they're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. You can practice this indoors as well as outdoors. If you don't have control of her inside, you're not going to get it once you leave your building. When Brandon returns back to her, he walks right back to her shoulders. She remains seated until he gives her another command, and they take off heeling again. And heeling is a very important skill for her. That means walking next to your left leg, not dragging you, not forging ahead, not lunging out, and when you stop, she should sit. And Brandon will give her a click every once in a while, and I will send a clicker home with you, so that you have that, because she sees that as a reward. And she doesn't always get a treat every time. Brandon will leave her in another stay, and this time he will demonstrate the recall, or the come on command. It's her name and come, and she should come and sit. So everything is about self-control with this girl. She doesn't have a lot of self-control. That's what we've been teaching her. How to be focused with distraction, how to have self-control, how to have attention span. And her focus should be more on you than what's going on around her. And for her age, she does have a short attention span. Brandon's going to demonstrate that recall exercise again for us. And I know she's had training in the past. I know that you haven't been 100% happy with the training that you've had in the past, but she is well trained. Brandon will use her name, call her in, give her a click, and reward her by a little praise. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the lay down command. And you can practice this right in your home. Use a blanket or a bed, have her seated first, down, stay, and you can teach her go to place, which she already knows because we use a little mat for her down and stay as well, but you don't have to have it. But it helps if she has a place that she can visualize as her place. When Brandon returns back to her, he'll walk right back to her shoulders. They take off heeling again, and we'll demonstrate that down one more time for you. But you see that focus, that eye contact, and she's getting better with it. She's not perfect, but it's better. She is looking at him. And when she's freaking out on the end of the leash, She's disrespecting you as well as the other people in your townhouse community. So she has to focus, she has to pay attention, she has to be respectful. She doesn't need to protect you. This is your recall and a nice sit. Now we're going to come back in just a second and introduce some distractions, and we will see you in just a minute.